Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about why truth, beauty, light, and love are denied in the eyes of others. I've had this word sacrilegious kind of looping through my mind, and that's kind of an annoying word to have reminded, but it's also very important, Spirit's saying, for me to understand why that happens, why we disgrace the sacred, why we want to deny what is holy. Now, I'm saying we because I think this is just like a human phenomenon. I'm sure I've done it myself, so I'm not here to blame anyone. But I've noticed that it happens a lot when we are out of place, when we put ourselves in dangerous situations, or we're not being acknowledged by the people around us. Again, we're out of place. Last summer, I went on a mission. Those of you who know me, I don't have a normal life. I call myself a missionary. It's definitely a big, huge part of my life where the Lord really asks me to uncover the darkness within myself and within my external world. So when last summer I was called to do a mission, and I got a pretty big message that I was going to find a very negative, dark energy. I was walking in a field of grass and almost stepped on a rattlesnake. And so Spirit was telling me, where you're going is dangerous. I need you to know that you're going to be dealing with bad people. So at least I got my warning. But when I got to this farm and I knew there was going to be a bunch of bad seeds, I kept my head up. I wanted to just create a positive environment as much as possible for myself. And I allowed people to show up in the way that they wanted to show up in my life. Now, one of the specific people there was a woman, and she was very, very happy to see me. She was very polite and nice in the very beginning. She didn't really have a vendetta against me in the beginning until she got to know me and started to learn about my spirituality. Then she shifted on me, and long story short, my birthday came around and she totally ignored me. So I knew I wasn't her tribe, and I was okay with that. But the thing that I noticed was that she really started to make it known that she was going to deny my truth. She was a pretty hard worker, and I noticed that she didn't really take a lot of time to take care of herself. She was always working on other things. And I was in a different place at that time in my life. I was just coming off the road, a very long journey. And this particular place had a shower, and I was like, heck yes, I'm going to spend my time cleansing. Internally and externally, I decided to cleanse my body, my mind, my spirit. So every day I was taking a shower, right? And I noticed she was getting annoyed. She was starting to get really aggravated. I was kind of thinking to myself, wow, this is very ironic. And I'm seriously not trying to shame this person, but this is the analogy that Spirit gave me. Because I noticed that she really didn't take care of herself. Like, she had an odor and she was not physically clean. And I mean, give her a break. She was a farmer working on the land, but at the same time, why wouldn't she just let me go about my business of being in my own space of cleansing and clearing without giving me negativity or giving me that attitude, those looks that she was giving me? And Spirit was saying it's because, and this kind of will wrap back around with what I was talking about, is that sacrilegious energy of misusing or violating what is sacred. And I feel we only do this when we're not on that level of sacredness. If we come into respect for ourselves, we start to just naturally respect others. It's like once we recognize our divine holiness, we can then spot it in others. But if we don't, we'll actually see more darkness. Like if we don't have that level of sacredness, we will actually deter it in others. It becomes something that we want to attack because we don't know it. That fear comes up, that pain and anger, and we start to deny it. It's like that quote, if you can convince someone of an absurdity, you can convince them to perform an atrocity. So it's very important for us as seekers to always be in like-minded company, those who have done their work internally as you have, as much as you have, equally or more. Because if you allow yourself to be exposed to those who don't know, they don't do it for themselves, if they see you doing it for yourself, cleansing, clearing, loving, nurturing yourself, creating a sacred space, if you do that around people who don't do it for themselves, I guarantee you they're going to misuse you. They're going to deny your truth. It's because they're too ignorant to understand. And that unfortunately happens a lot. You are devoted and you deserve to have like-minded company, if not for your protection.